Good evening, and it's great to have you with us here on a Thursday night. And we begin tonight with the breaking news. Multiple sources telling ABC News that former President Donald Trump has now been indicted by a grand jury here in Manhattan. All of this, of course, in connection to hush money payments paid to adult film actress Stormy Daniels in the weeks just before the 2016 election. The indictment is sealed. It could be several days before we know exactly what the charges are. The former president speaking with our reporter just moments ago, saying they are trying to impact an election. What else he said in just a moment here. This, of course, is unprecedented. Donald Trump is the first president, current or former, ever to face criminal charges. A key witness in this indictment, his former attorney and fixer, Michael Cohen. Donald Trump, of course, is running for president again, and he is ahead in the Republican polls, and he vows to press on as he faces these criminal charges and several other investigations as well. The special counsel investigating January 6th and the classified documents at Mar-a-Lago. And in Georgia, the investigation into pressure to find the votes in a state Joe Biden narrowly won. But tonight, all eyes on this Manhattan grand jury and their indictment of a former president. The former president has been informed tonight, and ABC senior investigative correspondent Aaron Katersky leading us off outside the courthouse right here in Manhattan.
Tonight, a Manhattan grand jury voting to indict Donald Trump, making him the first president in American history to be charged with a crime. The investigation, which has been going on for years, involves a $130,000 hush money payment to porn actress Stormy Daniels in the closing weeks of the 2016 campaign, a payment Trump initially said he knew nothing about.
Did you know about the $130,000 payment to Stormy Daniels?
But the former president's one-time fixer and lawyer, Michael Cohen, says he made the payment to Daniels at Trump's direction to silence her before the election. Trump's legal team now acknowledges the payment, but says Trump was trying to protect his family, not his campaign. Trump says he didn't have an affair with Daniels and that he didn't do anything wrong.
From the beginning, it's been one witch hunt and phony investigation after another.
In recent weeks, the former president stepped up his attacks on Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg, warning of death and destruction if he's indicted and urging his supporters to protest. The NYPD is stepping up security around the court in Lower Manhattan, putting down barricades, all in preparation for this very moment.
Aaron Katersky, who was on the air with me late this afternoon as all of this was unfolding, back with us live now from Lower Manhattan. And Aaron, the grand jury, of course, has handed up this indictment. We don't know the charges at this point, but what's next for the former president? What can the American people watching us tonight expect to witness unfold in the coming days here?
That indictment remains sealed, David, until Trump appears here at court for arraignment. The Manhattan District Attorney's Office and Trump's legal team are going to have to work out a date. No date has yet been set, according to a court official I spoke with moments ago. And I'm just off the phone with Trump's lawyers, who say they will fight what they called a political prosecution. David, the security is going to be increased here in court and all over the city in preparation for potential protests, which Trump has called for. I'm told every member of the NYPD has been told to report in uniform at 7 a.m. tomorrow. David?
And Aaron, once the former president is brought to New York, it's still unclear what we'll actually see of the president.
We may not see much of him. Whether there are cameras in open court is going to be up to the judge in real time. He is going to be processed, fingerprinted potentially, and maybe even photographed. But whether we see much of him in a courtroom, we're not sure. If the former president has his way, though, David, he may want all of this to unfold in public.
All of this, of course, unprecedented. Aaron Katersky leading us off.